Yo, what you saying? What you saying, people? If you're here already, hit the likes. If you're just joining, hit the likes. We're back again with a J Times LB show after a crazy week of being a City fan. It's been a bit of a madness, to be honest. But yeah, we're here to just break it down, what we've seen the last 7 days, especially last night. It's a sticky one. I thought, personally, I know I've woke up a little bit more understanding of it all because I was hot last night. I was pissed off. I was moaning like I always do. LB and everyone on the panel show was trying to calm it down and say everything's good. But LB, you had the opposite experience from what I've heard this morning when you first woke up. You woke up on the wrong side of bed this morning, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Today, mate, compared to yesterday.
Well, I got woken up at like fucking stupid o'clock in the morning, first of all, which always pissed me off. And then first thing I remembered was Rinders just decided to dribble past 5 players instead of fucking taking it to the corner flag, man. And it just wound me the fuck up. So I started raging this morning. I needed to vent in it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I had a bit of a rant this morning and then fucking just chilled out in it, you know what I'm saying? It's good to get stuff off your chest, man.
Have you chilled out then since this morning then? Have you calmed down a little bit?
Well, I've had my caffeine in it, so yeah. That woke me up and that, and then I said what I needed to say. But yeah, like it just pisses me off when people are just so fucking stupid, man. People are asking why are you gutted?
Yeah, but no, I don't.
Are you fucking stupid? Yeah. What do you mean? Why am I gutted? We conceded a 92nd minute equaliser. Oh, but you didn't expect us to get a point, so why are you gutted? Have you ever been to a fucking football match before? How long have you been watching football for? That's not how football works, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? And people are saying, why are you gutted? I'm like, you fucking weirdos. It's pissing me off, man. I'm like, I can sit here and on one hand say, you know what, not a bad point. Or, you know, given the fact I didn't really expect us to go down and win anyway. And on the other hand, I can still be fucking wounded that we're 4 minutes away from winning.
Especially after watching the game, saying beforehand that you're okay with a draw is absolutely fine, right? If that's what you want to say. I don't think either of us said that anyway before the game. I don't really back Arsenal that much. I don't think they're as good as everyone else makes it out to be. But that doesn't mean that you then can't watch 95 minutes of football and take that at face value and still be pissed off with how it turned out. Do you know what I mean? We watched us defend so well for the whole game and then to just throw it away with just silly Sunday league mistakes, in my opinion. We're not talking like bozo errors like Nunes, but they're just 3 things that you don't expect a footballer to do in especially at that point in the game, man. That's when you should be locked in, innit? So I'm pissed off, man. I know you woke up a bit more pissed off this morning than you was last night. But yeah, that's it. People need to stop glazing it so much, saying how great we are. And I'm annoyed that I feel like we're turning into Arsenal where we're like, oh yeah, fuck, a draw, such a great result. We used to laugh at them for doing that. Do you know what I'm saying? When they used to come to the Etihad and get a draw and be taking pictures on the pitch at Anfield after a draw and all this. I don't want to become Arsenal. I have standards, man, and I don't want to sink to that level. So just because you have high standards and you expect a lot from the team, don't mean you're negative and all this shit. Take the whole season so far as well. I've seen a stat this morning. It's our worst start to a league campaign since Stuart Pearce was manager in the early mid 2000s. So that kind of tells the story as well. It's not just really about last night, is it? I know we've won the derby in between that as well, but on the whole, it's not been the best of starts to the season, as much as people are somehow making out to be. What do you think of it? Have you seen improvements? Do you?
I definitely have seen improvements. It's like I've definitely seen improvement. I think this week's been a big week. Do you know what I mean? I think what I've seen from Pep Guardiola this week is that he's going into games and he's not setting the team up the same for every game, which he did last year and which he did against, I feel like after the Spurs and Brighton game, I kept on saying we need to humble ourselves. Yeah, we need to stop playing all this mad, expansive football. And I've been saying for ages, go direct, Go long. And look what happened against United. We started going direct. We started going one. Yeah, Napoli was different because they had 10 men, right? And then yesterday we sat back a little bit, went more direct, tried to get the ball up quicker, and I think it's working. So I think Pep is seeing, the same shit that I seen, that you can't just keep on trying to play this mad brand of football like we've been doing against Brighton and Spurs. It's not working. So they've definitely been positives. This has been a good week for Manchester City. Don't get it twisted. And like yesterday, on the face of it, is a decent point. It's not a great point. Yeah, by far is it a great point. You know, it's not a great point where we've already lost 2 games in the first 5 games. And like you say, this is our worst start in the Premier League since Stuart Pearce. So let's not pretend it's a great point, but it's an okay point. Yeah. Obviously, it's a bad point considering we're 4 minutes away from winning, but it's an okay point. And what it does is, it gives us a platform to build. It gives us a platform now. We've got 5 games in the Premier League now that I think we need to be winning all 5 of those football matches. Yeah. And I don't want to weigh nothing off anybody. If we drop points in that, let's just all accept it's over. I don't want to be hearing people be delusional like last year. People still thought we was going to win the title in January. Yeah, it's just delusional. We've got to win these next 5 games. This next 5 weeks of football for Manchester City in the league, not all competitions, in the league, is the most important 5 games of our season. Because if we win our next 5 games, we got Liverpool after that, and that's the crunch game. Then you win that, and you cut the deficit, and you could be within 5 or maybe even less points to Liverpool, and then it's game on, big time.
Exactly. Yeah.
If you start dropping points off Burnley or Everton or Villa, who are in a mess right now, or Brentford, who are not the same, well, how are you expecting me to think we can win the title? And this is the thing that pisses me off, is I actually still think we can win this title. And people are calling me delusional for saying that I still think we can win the title. Because people are saying, now we're in a top 5 race. I can't see that we're in a top 5. This club should not be in a top 5 race when we've just spent £300 million, mate. And if we are in a top 5 race, then you either need to accept that the players that we bought aren't good enough, or the manager's crap.
The recruitment hasn't been good enough.
You can't spend 300 million. Yeah. You can't go from a title-winning team, spend 300 million quid, and then go, we're not in a title race. Well, either you've got to accept then the recruitment's been dog shit, or you've got to accept the manager's finished.
I agree. And this is why I'm sick to death of people saying, you need to relax. It's a rebuilding period and all stuff like this. Like, I get where the thought process is behind it. But like you said, the money that we've spent, if these players aren't ready to come in and improve this team straight away, then you've got to look at the board, and you've got to look at the people behind closed doors who are making these decisions. Because what have we spent £300 million on then if Pep Guardiola's not even going to bother using them even in like a rotation game? Obviously, we will see it against Huddersfield, but I thought the Napoli game would have been the perfect time to have a little bit of rotation. But when you're seeing your people like Nico G and all that not even be trusted to start one game to give Rodri a rest, then you've got to start asking questions, haven't you? And think, well, what's the point in him being here, really? After what has he cost us? 50 million? He might as well be Calvin Phillips. So it is crazy, man. I don't see this as a proper rebuilding period where we should just lower our standards to mid-table and trying to fight for top 5, because we've won a league title less time ago than Arsenal, and everyone says how fucking great they are all the time. Do you know what I mean? Off the basis of them bottling multiple trophies and league runnings in the last 6 years. So I still think that we should be put ahead of those guys when it comes to these kind of conversations.
And yesterday gave me some hope in that, because I thought we played well yesterday in terms of the way we executed the plan. Obviously, so I think some people are getting it twisted. We didn't play well in terms of on the ball and nice tiki-taka football, but we didn't go there to do that. We went there to be, defensively resolute and try and nick it. Yeah. And we were minutes away from doing that before there was about 5 errors. You've got an error from Rinders, you've got an error from Savio, you've probably got an error from Nico, you've got an error from Ake, and then you've got an error from Donnarumma. In the space of 30 seconds, you've got 5 players who've all made errors, all different type of errors, different gravity of errors, but they've all, given the time of the game, they've all made individual errors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that gives me some confidence, man. And like I say, I'm not down on the season as a whole. I'm a bit down on yesterday because I'm just gutted that we didn't win. Like, I am gutted, and I'm not going to apologise about being fucking gutted when we conceded an equaliser in the 92nd minute. But I'm not down on the season. I still think there's so much to play for this year, but I do think we're hanging on by a thread. I think we've got to put a run of, got to get a run of wins now. For me, I think you need to win the next 6 Premier League games. That includes the Liverpool game.
Yeah.
After the Liverpool game, you've then got Newcastle. You're probably going to have to go there and win. Otherwise, kind of defeats the object of beating Liverpool in the first place. So I think, sounds mad, but I think you've got to win your next 7 games if you think you can win the league. Again, if you go back and have a look at the historical league winners over the last 5, 6, 7 years, look how many games they drop points in. And we've already dropped points in. Basically, it's around 10 max.
Yeah.
We've already dropped points
out of 3 in the first 5 games. Yeah,
exactly. And we've still got to go to Liverpool. We've still got to go to Spurs. Yeah, and we've still only won 7 out of 23 games against the top 6. So that's the point. Like, for me, we need to put a winning run together. And you know what? I actually think we can do it. I actually think we can do it. I look at these teams that we've got coming up, mate. But and in no disrespect to these teams, right? We've got Burnley, Brentford, Everton, Villa, and Bournemouth. I look at those teams, and I look at the way that we played this week, right? And I'm not saying we played amazing this week, but I look at the way we played this week and think, if we just continue a slight upwards trajectory, I think we can beat all those teams, especially given how Haaland's playing. Yeah. I think he's on it at the moment, big time, especially with Rodri back, and especially with that back 4 with Donnarumma behind him. I see no reason why we can't win all 5 of those games. If we win all 5 of those games, that Liverpool game is going to be on it, and we could turn. And listen, everyone will probably say
it's at home as well.
It's at home, yeah. And we're at home, and for me, it's a simple case of, on our day, if we turn up, we can win the game. So let's see what happens, man. These next 5 weeks are crucial.
I agree. I've kind of seen this week now as the steadying the ship week more than anything. Like, I'm not going to go amazing. It's been a 10-10 week. Like, it's been amazing.
No, it's not.
Like that. But what we have done is we've steadied the ship. We've got ourselves into a position where we were 2-3 minutes away from keeping 3 clean sheets in a row. So the defensive issues, on the whole, have stopped, apart from obviously this little blip in the last minute. In the last few minutes. But on the whole, in that game yesterday against Arsenal, I thought we defended we showed a different side to our game defensively, where we were sat in deep. We were trying to head the ball out, which you never see from a City side, really. We were stopping Arsenal crossing the ball into the box. And I thought we did really well. And then for some reason, we just reverted back to this crazy high line, which we've been trying to stay clear of the last few weeks. And that's when we got hurt. Especially without Abdulkadir Kuzanov on the pitch, who I think is our best defender.
Have you seen that stat that's going around today, bro?
Nah, go on. What is it?
Let me just pull it up real quick, man. Make sure I don't read it out wrong. It is. Where is it? I can't see it. There it is. I think these guys posted it. Where's it gone? Maybe they deleted it. Maybe it wasn't real. Maybe they deleted it. It might be fake news. It was basically saying that we'd only conceded 1 goal in open play with Husnov on the pitch in like the last 10 games or something.
Oh, really? That doesn't.
Yeah, but they deleted the tweet. They've deleted the tweet, so maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was fake news.
Yeah, even if it is fake, I'd imagine it wouldn't be far off, because you think about it. The Brighton game, the goals came after he'd gone off the pitch, injured. Obviously, the Arsenal game, clean sheet with him on the pitch as soon as he goes off. That's when we concede. You just see little things when the ball slid in behind or where it breaks through to someone where they'd usually get on the end of it. There was a few times in that first half yesterday, and Kuzanov was just sweeping it up every time, man. And usually that would be a goal. But because he makes it look so easy now, people don't really notice what he's doing. So like I said, I think it's imperative that we keep him in that back 4, whether that's at right back or at centre back. I don't know the news on the injuries yet. Martin's just said waiting on scan results.
He'll be right. He'll be all right. He only got.
I hope so. Because I think especially if we want to go on this run now, and go into that Liverpool game with confidence, hopefully trying to get back into a title run. I think he's imperative to our team, man. He's so important. He's arguably like next to Haaland and Rodri, and for me at the moment, in importance to the team.
In terms of importance in the team,
yeah,
because his pace is just, we need it. Like, but the thing is, right, I like, there's a couple of things here. If Huzanov stays on the pitch, I don't think Pep goes to a back five. And if he doesn't go to a back five, Huzanov stops that ball on the goal because of his pace. He just gets us out of trouble, just like Kyle Walker used to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's what Kyle Walker used to do. And look at Diaz. Yeah, as soon as Nunes come on, Diaz looked mad shaky.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, I don't know what's you know, Nunes had a good game yesterday by that stupid bozo pass, which he always does.
Mm-hmm.
But he just unsettles everybody.
He does, yeah. I think the whole back four looks less confident.
Nobody trusts him. And I'm sorry to say that, but that's just a shoot. He had a good game yesterday, Nunes, but no one trusts him. Yeah, but when Huzanov's there, Diaz looks calm. Diaz knows he can trust Huzanov.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's the thing for me. It's like, it's not just, oh, he's a good player. The other players on the pitch trust him, which is massive.
Yeah, and that's what you need in your back four, man. And with Pep playing the same 3 games in a row, which you hardly ever see with this rotation that he usually lives by, I think that's so important to building a back four that you want moving forward. They're only going to get better the more they play with each other, these defenders. And I think it's probably the most important part of a game to try and keep together for a whole season. You think of the best teams in the Premier League in the last like 5 to 10 years, they've all got a steady back four who pretty much never changes throughout a season. So I think if you can try and keep it as close to this for the rest of the year, I think it can only do us good, man. Right, I'm gonna ask you about a couple of other players, a couple of new players, and I know this guy's come up under a bit of scrutiny recently for his performances after what seemed like a good start. What are your thoughts on Tijani Rinders right now? Where do you stand with him at the moment?
First of all, I like the player. I think he's going to be a mecca for this football club. I think he's going to be a top player. I don't know about this guy, man. I feel like there's something missing from it. I think that there's something missing from his game. I don't know what it is. Or maybe not playing him in the right position for the here and now. I think he needs to be played as a 10. But then we don't have the Bruno Guimaraes, next to Rodri. I think that would be insane. I don't know, man. I think like yesterday he obviously got the assist, but he also should have slid Doku in. Remember he had that shot and he went straight to Raya. I put it in the group chat today.
Yeah.
And there was a chance for him to just slide Doku in down the left-hand side. Doku was through on goal. And he shot, and it was the worst shot. Obviously, he needs to take the ball to the corner flag.
Yeah, that's the one. I genuinely think out of all, do you know that that last period of play that led up to that goal, we've spoke about there have been 4 mistakes. If you cut one of those out, then the goal probably doesn't happen. But out of all 4 of them, I don't know whether you agree with this. I think that's the worst one. I think that's the most unforgivable one out of the 4. The fact that we don't have the nous or the game brain to just get that ball to the corner, man. It's simple like football, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You know, if that's Gundogan or De Bruyne, they're going to the corner flag. They're not even going. They're just putting the ball in down the channel for Savio. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's a little bit. I think he's going to be a top player, man. And obviously, it was a nice run, and the ball was nicely weighted for Haaland. Got the assist, 2 assists in 2 games now for Rinders. I think he's doing good. I don't want to sound like he's doing shit. I think he's doing all right. I just still think that he needs to improve. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think he has shown glimpses of good things. I have sung his praises quite a lot as well, where I think his movement off ball is very good. I think he makes great runs like beyond Haaland. He obviously set up the goal yesterday as well, making that kind of similar run where he's breaking through the midfield. I do think he's got that in his locker, and he's got the ability to pop up in areas in the box as well, to kind of get on the end of crosses. And I think that he'll probably score quite a lot of goals for the club. It's a little, I agree with you. It's the other little bits of the game where he needs to be a little bit more stronger in the duels. He does look a little bit slow in transition going back towards his own goal once the ball's been passed through the lines. So if we can kind of marry all those together, which let's be real. If you're going to play the number 8, you've got to kind of have all these attributes to mix together. You can't just rely on being a good attacking player. Because we're not all looking at Rinders and thinking he's going to be our number 10 moving forward. We're all thinking it's going to be more. We want to see Phil Foden there. We want to see a Cherky there. We want to be as creative as possible. So I think he does have to work on that. And he has got time. He's probably going to play a lot of games this year to get up to the speed of things in the Premier League as well. So I think it will click for him. But yeah, there's obviously conversations that have been happening in the last few games based off his performances. So I hope he can do better.
I think he did all right yesterday. I think he did all right. You know what I mean? He did all right against Napoli. So he's come off the back of 2 all right performances, off the back of 3 bad performances. So, you know, if you're getting better, we need to see a lot better.
Where do you see this guy then? Where do you see Nico G at the moment? Because I know we've spoke about him a lot this morning, and our tunes kind of changed on him the last few months. We were all screaming for him to be in starting 11s. The back end of last year and the start of this season, and it just seems to have, for whatever reason, not worked for him. Obviously, Pep don't fancy him that much either. So where do we go from here with Nico G, man?
First of all, I like him.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think Pep rates him that highly.
I just can't see him ever starting him in never mind a big game. I can't ever really see him starting a.
I just don't think Pep rates him that highly. I like him, but I don't think Pep rates him for whatever reason.
So at what point then do we just think, right, well, there's not really much point in him? It's like, I know everyone we talk about having depth in the squad and stuff like that, but even when we had no depth last year and it was your Gundogan's, your Kovacic's, your Bernardo's, he was still right down in the pecking order then. So at what point do we think to ourselves, well, he's practically done at this point, isn't it? I know he'll probably start a Huddersfield, Martin, but can we afford to be having 50 million pound players just to play against your Huddersfield and your Salford Cities? Do you know what I mean? It's a bit of a waste, a bit of a disrespect, if you ask me. So I don't know, man. I really don't know what to think of this guy. Or do we push?
It's the early days, right? But the fact is, he has now been in 9 months.
Yeah,
he didn't join in the summer.
And his opportunities are just getting less and less, aren't they?
Listen, I'll be clear again. I like him. I think he's a good player. I'm not the fucking manager. I would have started him against Napoli. I'd be giving him serious minutes. I would have subbed him on with probably 35 minutes to go in the United game. I'm not the manager. Pep is. And I just get the feeling that I just get the vibe that Pep just don't really rate him that highly. I think he rates him. He obviously rates him more than he does Calvin Phillips. Calvin Phillips he just didn't rate.
No,
but I don't know. I just think there's still a lot of maybe work to be done with Nico from Pep before he can fully trust him. And also, what position does he want to play him in? Because he wants to play him in the 8. Well, Rinders is ahead of him. Bernardo Silva's probably ahead of him in the 8. So then it's back up to Rodri, and you know
you're never going to play.
You only have to look at Pep Guardiola's comments, right, about Rodri after the Napoli game. He said that Rodri on Wednesday told Pep that he had pain and he wasn't comfortable, right?
Yeah. He still started before.
He still started the Napoli game on Thursday in match day 1 of the Champions League.
Mm-hmm. Crazy. No, so you tell there on Sunday as well.
Exactly. You tell me then. I'm just connecting the dots and looking at the numbers and going, that's my opinion.
And I think when Pep don't fancy, we've seen in the past loads of times, it just never really ever works out, does it? I mean, we've seen world-class talents that have been frozen out of this team based off Pep just coming to the conclusion that he just don't fancy him anymore. Like your Laportes, your Cancelos of the world. Obviously, we've seen it at a lower standard with Phillips, who never really got a sniff either, understandably, because he was obviously shit. But I think once he's made that decision on you, it's very, very hard to come back. And like you say, it's been 9 months now. So can you ever see him getting back in? I can't personally. Even when Kovacic is back as well. Like, does he go over Kovacic in the team? Probably not. So you're talking about a guy here that was brought in for 50 million in January, who could potentially be our 5th, 6th choice midfielder.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, we'll have to see what if Pep does trust him in the 6. And like I say, there is still time to go. But we also need to stop lying to ourselves and acting like he's only been here 2 weeks. We signed him in the January transfer window, and we still don't know. And it's annoying again because I know what people are gonna do, bro. Yeah, people are gonna be like, "You don't rate Nico G." Keep saying, "I do rate Nico G. I rate the guy."
But if he's not gonna play, then there's no point.
I also rate Echeverry. I also thought Echeverry should be at the football club, and he's not here. I'm the manager. I ain't fucking Hugo Viana. I'm not the one that decides which players start and which players be at the football club. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we'll see what happens, man. But I do think there's a player in there. I just want Pep to give him some more minutes because at the end of the day, we cannot afford to run Rodri into the ground. If Rodri gets run into the ground, we're finished.
Yeah. And it's starting to already get like that if he's already speaking about him feeling knocks, not feeling 100%, and yet he's still getting played.
Well, it's funny, right? So before we were talking about these next 5 games, chat, are massive. And we all agree that we got to be winning these next 5 games. I don't want to see no glazing. If we drop points in these next 5 games, it's a fucking massive L. Don't want to see no positivity in that situation. It's an L, right? There is a huge opportunity now for Nico Gonzalez to get some serious minutes in these next, not even 5 Prem games, in these next 7 or 8 games for Manchester City.
Huddersfield, Burnley, Monaco, Brentford, those 4 games in a row there. If Rodri's feeling a slight injury or he's feeling slightly fatigued, if Pep was serious about Nico G, he will be straight in the team in a few of these games because they're all winnable games with or without Rodri, in my opinion. So I'm with you. And if we don't see him, I think he'll be in the next few games. Then I think you can pretty much like wave goodbye to him at that point because how else is he going to come back from that?
Nah, I agree. I'm just looking at the fixtures now. So we've got Huddersfield, which will start that one as a 6.
Yeah.
Burnley at home. I'd probably start in there instead of Bernardo Silva. Because you don't need Bernardo Silva against Burnley, do you?
No.
Right, so you could play Rodri if you want to play, because Rodri will probably start that game. You could play Rodri. You could play Rodri, Rinders, and Nico. Could you do that?
Yeah.
If you play Foden off the right, I don't know if he's going to play Foden off the right or as a 10. I don't know what he's going to do. Then we play Monaco away. He might not start there. That's cool. I'm not saying he needs to start every freaking game.
Yeah.
And then we've got if we beat Huddersfield. The next round of that 4th round would be on the 27th of October.
That's after
the Villa game. Yeah, so you got Brentford away, Everton at home, Villarreal. I mean, Villarreal away. Do we have to play Rodri there?
I know. I don't want to run him into the ground again, man. I don't want to repeat a last season where we've got to go a full year without this guy. And that's what's going to end up happening. We've already seen the likes of Josko Guardiola's body start to break down as well from, in my opinion, playing too many games back to back because we relied on him too much last year. And you've already seen how long it's took him back to get back this season. So we cannot be losing these vital members of our spine. These are the guys we've got to rely on the most when it comes to challenging for titles again. And if you refuse to give them a break at the right time, then we're going to end up going 8 weeks without them, like sporadically. So you've got to start using the players, man. What's the point in building this multi-100 million pound squad if we've not got the ability to rotate and trust the players that are going to come in? And I know there's been a lot of criticism and discussions about how poor our bench has been the last few months as well, which I completely get because it does look sparse and it does look like we've got nothing to come off the bench. So yeah, it makes you ask the question like, well, where's all the fucking money gone then? Because we're still in the same position we was in a year or 2 ago, where we've not really got any options. So on the same boat as that, kind of in a similar position at the moment. We're not sure whether he's going to come back in or when he's going to come back in. Where do you stand with Savio at the moment? Obviously, with the upturn in form of Doku, which we've all glazed. I think he's been absolutely unbelievable. I would actually argue that he's probably been our strongest player across the last 3 games overall, in my opinion. Certainly in the top 2 or 3 of them anyway. So where do we stand with Savio at the moment? Because it was only in the summer we was getting offered 70 million for him. A lot of people I know yourself. I don't want to drop you in it, but you was actually Savio over Doku at that point in the summer. Where do you stand right now with this guy, and has your opinion changed on that based off the start of this season?
My opinion's not changed at all. However, the left wing thing doesn't look good for him at the moment because Doku doesn't look like he's going to get dropped. So Savio is going to have to go to right wing, which is his favourite position anyway, and see where we go from there. But he's not looked great in a couple of minutes he's had since he's come back, but he's not fully match fit. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully he'll get back on it, but we'll see how he gets on. For me, he just needs to try and get in the team first of all, because at the moment he's not even getting in the team, bro.
Yeah, I know. And again, you'd expect him to start against Huddersfield, wouldn't you? In the week. But
him and Bob will probably start, won't they?
I'd imagine so.
He's going to get 90 minutes on the left hand side.
And you want to see him in that game absolutely cook the right back of Huddersfield. Because if he done, then how are we having this conversation about him coming back into the team if he can't even roast a League One fullback? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he needs to do something. If he starts, that is, I'm pretty sure he will. But yeah, it's tough for some of these players at the moment because it's hard to see a way back in, especially with a manager like Pep Guardiola who's as stubborn as they come when it comes to what he likes and who he likes. So yeah, it's a tough one for him. Obviously, we've touched on Doku. How highly do you rate him right now in regards to the kind of the rest of the team's performance? How do you think he stands in that? Are you on the same level as me that he's been one of those top?
Yeah, 100%. In the last 3 games, he's been mint. We're getting him more infield, which is where we need to play him. If you play him as a touchline winger, he's done. Yeah, he ain't gonna cook there. Get him more infield. He has been more infield in the last 3 games, and guess what? All of a sudden, he's starting to connect with Haaland. Yeah. Or a shock.
Yeah. And do you know what? He's actually could have ended up with 2 or 3 more assists than he's got. Because you think about that pass through to Haaland for his 1-on-1 again yesterday. There was a couple that Rinders missed as well in the game. I think what game was that? I think it was the Napoli game actually that Rinders missed one where he slid him through. And then Haaland's open net in the derby.
Foden as well.
Yeah, so you could be coming away and Foden and Doku could have double the assist that he's got. So we can't forget that even if he's not getting assists, he's still creating massive chances. And it's from different positions as well. It's not just from the byline and the wing every time nowadays, is it? Some of these balls have been slid in behind for Haaland to run onto. So I like what Doku's doing right now. I see the improvements. I see him picking up different areas, man. And he deserves all the credit in the world because he's got a lot of stick, this guy. So he deserves to be brought up because all we've asked for is consistency with him. Yeah, we want to see it over a 3, 4, 5 game period because I don't think we ever have from him before. It's always in 1 game, 2 game spurts. So everything seems to be going in the right direction for him right now, which is good to see, man. Yes, we've got a super chat off Robertinho. Big up, man. Appreciate it. Big up, you guys. I got to agree with Jay yesterday on AFC Glaze. This is what I'm saying, man. They're a squad full of pussies, and it's LFC's league to lose. We must win next 5. Also, if AK-45 is on second half yesterday, he beats Martinelli. Bro, I think we both agree. I think we've pretty much agreed with everything you've just said there. I am completely against the Arsenal glaze as well, man. The way these guys have been gassed up on Twitter and X, man, is like... People make it out like they're levels clear of us, which I don't personally think. I know we had a bad year last year, but to make these guys out to be levels clear, like the guys who rely on set pieces and fucking long throw-ins and trying to shithouse the way through games and absolutely beg it off the back 4 to play well in order for them to win. I don't see it, man. Yeah, you're right. Get off Arsenal's nuts. I don't rate them at all. Obviously, Liverpool's a different story because they can't stop winning at the moment, but... yeah, big up, bro. And yeah, AK-45 is the man. I'm telling you, I don't think that happens either because he'll sweep that up from that right back position if he sees Martinelli going through. And I think if that was from his side, he'd probably wipe the fucker out as well if it came to it. So yeah, big up, Robert, bro. Appreciate it. So we've spoke about pretty much everything that's gone on the last week or so. LB, I know we've touched a little bit about kind of the next steps now. Obviously, we're going into the next 5 fixtures leading up to Liverpool. It is obviously Huddersfield in the League Cup. I'm just talking strictly Prem games here now. We've got Burnley at home, Brentford away, Everton at home, Villa away, and Bournemouth at home. Now, the 2 toughest fixtures there, I'd probably say, are Everton and Bournemouth. They're probably the teams in the most form out of those 5 at the moment. And those games are both at home. All right. So, like we've said, though these are 5 must-win games. I'm not even just going to say winnable games, right? Yeah. I think these are 5 must-win and comfortable games if we want to be serious about challenging this year. I know you've already said that if we drop points in one of those games, whether it's even if it's a draw, I don't want to hear no glazing like, oh, it's a good result against Villa that away and all this shit.
Yeah, I know. That's what's going to happen, man.
I can't get behind it because I can already see that's what people are going to start telling me. I've lost fucking followers on Twitter this week for moaning about conceding a last-minute equaliser against Arsenal. So no glazing these next 5 games because these are all must-win games against. Villa are 18th in the league, man. They've scored 1 goal in 5 games, and that was against a 10-man Sunderland team at the weekend. Mm-hmm. So nobody can be telling me that any of these are good results unless it's a win in the next few weeks.
Again, it depends what you want to do. If you, I would be, people lie to themselves. Yeah, people sit there and go, "We're in a title race," but then every time we drop points, go, "Oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it." And it's like, what? What are you talking about? Either we're in a title race and therefore it's not a good result, or we're not in a title race, and not a bad result.
And it's always the clappers that do that as well, because they're the ones that are dead positive, like, oh, we can still do it. We're still in a title race. And for some reason, they're the ones that aren't bothered when we lose either, or when we draw either. So it kind of contradicts like what you're saying. You're either one way or the other, innit? So it is a bit mad. But yeah, obviously, do we get back in a title race with those next 5 games? Do you believe that we're still in?
I think, I do. I think we are still in a title race. Just
by the skin of our teeth. Do you know what,
clinging on.
If we clung on to that game yesterday, I'd have been on here screaming from the rooftops, we are in a title race. It would have been on the title of this video, I guarantee it. But obviously that took a little bit of a beating. Obviously, it was a big game to make a big statement. Arsenal away at the Emirates was a big statement game. Obviously, a draw changes that a little bit, but I'm with you, man. All it takes is this run now.
I still think we're in it, and I think we can win these next 5 games. I'm not saying we will, because this team is mad inconsistent. But the players that we have, I think we can win the next 5. And if we win the next 5, you've got the 2 massive games after that in Liverpool and Newcastle. You win them 2, it is on big time. Yeah, but you've got to put yourself in the position for it to be on big time. And that's by winning these next fucking 5 games. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Results are most important, but we also do need to start seeing performances. Yeah, absolutely. We got to start seeing some good performances as well. So I don't know. Like I say, the players looked quite happy yesterday. I'm not saying like, oh, they look happy because they got a draw. They seem I feel like the players look quite relaxed and quite chill, and but they're also fighting for it. It's not like relaxed and they don't give a shit. They're also fighting for it, and I think for me, that's probably a good sign. I think the players relax, but they're also dialed in at the same time. So, I'm quite optimistic. These next 5 games, we can get 5 Ws, and if we do, like I say, that Liverpool game, man, is going to go off.
Yeah, it's practically a cup final, which is crazy to say so early in the season, isn't it? But that could literally make or break like our season. Literally that one game, especially if we've gone in with confidence and expecting, you know what the fans going to be like at that point. If we're 5 wins deep and we've won convincingly in them all as well, if we're going into that Liverpool game then with all this confidence and we end up getting our hearts broken again, then it's going to be tough, man. It's going to be tough. So that's why it's important that the players, they've got to deliver in the next 5 games. And I'm not just talking about scraping 1-0s and scraping. I want to go out and make a statement against Burnley next weekend. I want to go and batter them. No offense to Burnley, I want to go and smash them to bits 5 or 6-0 next weekend. Because the players have got to show that they've got that ruthlessness back again. I've got to question the ruthlessness that we've had over the last 12 months, and it did show signs of it last night. But that we've got a little bit of fight back and a little bit of shithousery, and we're trying to like shithouse a 1-0 win. So yeah, just give it us. Just give us something to fucking cheer about. What's Martin saying here now? So is it title or bust, Jay? I don't think it's title or bust. I just want to see
what game? What game's title or bust?
Is he talking in general? Martin, are you talking in general? Like, is my season title or bust? Or are you talking about the game?
I mean, for me, every game is now title or bust. Because if you drop points in any of the next 5 games, I think it's done.
Oh, Martin, come on, bro. I'm not saying smash everything. I want the players they've got to show that we want to still be in this title race in the next few games. And we're playing people like Burnley. And I don't want to be going in like, oh, I hope we beat Burnley 1-0 or 2-0. Like, we're supposed to be Manchester City. I'm holding us to high standards. And we need to show that we're serious about, like, smacking these teams up like we used to. Like, yeah, I want to see us smash them up.
Just do it with the next 5 games. Simple.
Yeah, genuinely. Title or bust. Yeah, generally, mate, has responded to win 5, then lose to Liverpool. I think
if you lose to Liverpool, the title's over.
Yeah,
the title's done if we lose to Liverpool. We have to beat Liverpool. You can't just lose to Liverpool and then hope and pray that everybody else does the job that you were supposed to do yourself. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it is, and we've still got to go to Anfield then later in the season as well. Like, this is the home game. This should be the one that we're winning, if anything.
You got to win the game.
Yeah. That's if you're serious about being in a title race anyway. Some fans might not be. Some fans might have given
up. Some fans aren't. Some fans don't even think we're in a title race.
No, Joe.
And in which case, yesterday was a fantastic point. Because if you think we're in a top 5 race, getting a point at Arsenal is a great point.
Yeah, but I don't want to be in a top 5 race.
No, I don't want to be in a top 5 race.
Like you've said, we've spent the money. So why can't we be challenging for a title? Like, it's not like we're rebuilding as a bottom half club trying to get back up. Like, we're still Manchester City. We still won 4 Premier League titles in a row, and we've spent 300 million on top of the base squad that we have. So why can't we still be that team? We've got the best manager in the world. Like, how can we still not be that team that are challenging? I don't get why people are like, why we're not allowed to believe that and have these high standards. It's wild to me, honestly. So 5 wins out of 5, LB. You're backing it, and I know you said that's what we have. I know that's what you said we need to do. Do we do it?
I think we win. I think we do. I think we win the next 5 games. I think we do. I think we go on a bit of a run for me.
And that's when City are at the best in it, when we've been on a run.
Yeah, I just think that, like, the players that we have are more than capable of winning these games. I think we've set ourselves up now with a platform. We've set ourselves up now with pressure because we can't afford to drop points, and I think the players know that. So I think if you look at what's happening, I think you've got the perfect sort of cocktail, of Manchester City going on a run. The key players that are in our team are all fit. Yeah. The teams that we're playing are winnable games. We have to win the games, otherwise we're basically out of the race, and that would set us up nicely for the Liverpool game. I just think mix all that together, and I think you've got a situation where I can see City win all 5 of them Prem games. Yeah.
No, I agree. I agree. I think we can, and I personally think we will. Like, people get it twisted, man. That I'm like, don't think like I have faith in this team. That's why I'm always so butthurt directly after the game, and I know I'm probably over emotional straight after it, but I have such high standards for the team, and I know what they're capable of. That's why I always end up getting so fucking ranty about it. But don't get me wrong, like, it's because I rate them so highly. And spinning that round onto the notion of Liverpool as well, obviously they've got 5 games in between now and playing against them as well. They've got Crystal Palace away, Chelsea away, they've got Manchester United at home, They've then got Brentford and Aston Villa before they play us at the Etihad. Do Liverpool win all 5 of those games? Obviously, a lot of people are saying they can't keep going on like this. They can't keep nicking games in the last minute and somehow getting lucky every game, getting a Salah penalty, multiple red cards against them this year as well. The luck's got to run out at some point, and it LB, or do you fancy them to go 5-5 in the next 5 games as well? Because they're a lot tougher fixtures, I believe, in definitely in the next 3 games.
They have got harder fixtures, but I also think they win 5 out of 5.
They are?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, man. So
I think they win 5 out of 5 as well. They just look unstoppable right now.
That means they could come and try and pretty much draw to us then, innit, at the Etihad? I'm not
saying they just come to City and shit house a draw. Get out of there. 8 points ahead. I think it's looking peak on Liverpool dropping points anytime soon.
Do you not think it's coming though? The way they've performed and the way they can be got at defensively.
No. I think people are doing too much on Liverpool, saying like they're not playing well and all. I think they are playing all right. I think they're playing pretty good actually. I think they're getting the results because they're so relentless. It's wave after wave of an attack, and they've got mad confidence. They had what we had in the treble year and in the Centurions year. This crazy confidence where they're just able to just keep going, and that's why they're scoring all the last minute goals. And people say it's luck. It's not luck. We weren't lucky when we did it. We did it loads.
I mean, if it's a pen for a defender holding his arm up like this,
yeah, but I think it's they're just doing what we did back in the day when we had the confidence like that. We always used to get bare last minute goals and last minute pens because it's confidence. It's relentless. The only thing that sort of like gives me any hope in these next 5 games is they do have some tough matches there. Like Palace away.
I think I'm going to call it now. I think Palace. I think Palace is the game they drop points in, which is next week. So be back here because I'm going to be right.
Hopefully it is, but like I don't know, man. I feel like
Chelsea away as well straight after.
Nah, they'll smack them up. No, they'll beat them 4-0. Do
you think 4-0?
Chelsea are shit.
I do agree on the whole throughout a season, but they seem to be able to turn up for big games sometimes. You know, like they've still got that ability to win a trophy, and they obviously did what they did in the Club World Cup. Like they can turn up on the day, Chelsea, and I'm hoping they do, but I do get what you mean. Like, I don't rate them at all. And some of the way that they got gassed up before this season was crazy as well. I think most pundits and media personalities and everything had Chelsea coming above us this year, didn't they? I think. So that's crazy. With a back 3 spine of Tosin, Adarabioyo, Chalobah and Sanchez, you're telling me that they're above City in this fucking title race? Come off it, bro. Absolutely embarrassing. But yeah, hopefully they do a job for us because, you know, if Liverpool draw even one game before that Etihad fixture, it just adds that little bit more spice to it and that little bit more pressure, doesn't it? So let's hope it gets done.
I know, because it means that we could potentially take the take the points to less than 5.
Yeah. Which is exactly.
You know what I mean? But you know, I don't know. We just have to do we just have to do our job. We have to focus on ourselves.
One game at a time.
We have to focus on ourselves, get the job done ourselves, win our own football matches. Yeah. And then if Liverpool drop points, they drop points. If they don't drop points, they don't drop points. And we've got to take the points off them when they come to our gaff in 5 weeks' time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And we will obviously be watching the Liverpool games. But for me, I just think we need to be focusing on ourselves at the moment. I mean, we've won 2 games out of 5 with the Premier League.
Yeah.
So to be deep in what Arsenal are doing and to be deep in what Liverpool are doing too much, I think it's a bit silly. I think it's just like we got to focus on ourselves, man. One game at a time. Start off with Burnley. Yeah, Premier League, obviously. Start off with Burnley and just take it from there. Just try and rack up the points. And before you know it, you can be on a 5-match winning streak.
Yeah, man. I agree. So we'll wrap up in a minute. Obviously, just talk about the game that we've got this week. We can't really forget about, I mean, all cups are important to us, especially in the period that we're in at the moment. I want to get us back to this. Used to be our trophy, man. So we need to take it seriously again, innit? Obviously, we'll see a lot of rotation on Wednesday against Huddersfield. Who are the kind of faces that you'd like to see, that you expect to see coming into the team in the Carabao Cup against Huddersfield?
Trafford, Nunes, Stones, Ake, Rico Lewis, Bob Savio, Probably Macassar.
Think we see Macassar? Yeah. Any of the other proper young lads? Do you reckon?
I don't think you see any of the other ones. Just Macassar. No. Maybe Mifuni will be on a bench.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Phillips plays.
Do you think Phillips? Fuck off.
No, he's in the squad, isn't he?
Do you reckon? Mate, that's going to be crazy if so.
I don't know. Maybe he plays. I don't know, man. It'd be pretty mad if he would be mad if he played football for us, wouldn't it? How crazy would that be?
I never thought I'd ever see him in a City shirt again. Even if he's on the bench, mate, I think that'll be wild, to be honest.
He might. I reckon he's in the squad. If he's fit, is he even fit?
I think so. He's been training, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has been training.
Oh, no, someone's just said he's injured there.
Well, he's always injured, man.
Yeah, 4K there, Martin. Are you going, mate? I'm going. Might see you there. We'll have a little negative versus positive face-off. New age versus old age. So, yeah, expect to win against Huddersfield, obviously. People are talking about the Ballon d'Or tonight. I've just seen a little comment there. Who gets it, LB? Who's your money? Couple of names out there: Yamal, Dembele, Vitinha.
I think they'll give it. I don't know, man. It's a bit difficult, man. I think Dembele probably deserves it on the whole.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think Yamal is the best player.
I completely agree.
And I also wouldn't surprise me if they give it Yamal because he can be the face of the new age football.
Yeah. So it's kind of like a propaganda then, isn't it? Like
it's propaganda. Football's looking for their new Messi and the new Ronaldo. And Yamal is probably going to be that guy. So if they give him the Ballon d'Or, yeah. I think what age did Michael Owen win it at? 18?
And I think it was 19 when he won it.
This guy's 17, isn't he? He'd be the youngest player that's ever won it.
Mm.
So it depends what they do. If they do it off of actual, like, who was the best player last year, it probably was Dembele. If they're doing it off who is the better player, it is Yamal. And if they do it on PR, it's Yamal.
I'm with you, bro. I think I remember saying to you all through last year in the group chat and shit like that. But I thought Yamal was the best player in the world, hands down, last year. Obviously, the Ballon d'Or like to take team success into the equation as well. Probably one of the reasons why we saw Rodri win it after his triumph with Spain, as well as with the league with City as well. So I do think Dembele will probably nick it if I was going to be a betting man. But in my opinion, it should go to the best player in the world. And the best player in the world, in my opinion, last year was Lamine Yamal.
Yamal,
yeah. Because that guy, was unstoppable last year. And there was an absolute, stinking defensive mistake away from probably beating Inter in the semi and then going on to playing one of the probably most generational Champions League finals of all time.
I actually like watching him play football. There's very few players now in the world
so
which I actually like watching play football because they're all so boring and robotic. Yeah. However, when I watch Yamal, I'm just like, oh my god, he's such a good footballer. I might have to get out to Spain, man, and watch one. And is a new stadium open yet?
Barca's.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. I've not heard about it.
I don't think it's open yet, is it? But it must be close.
Yeah. It's been going on ages, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be open soon, man. When that new stadium's open, I might have to go down and do a little Yamal watch.
Next year, Sam said.
Do a live watch along in the stadium.
Yeah, it would be sick. This guy, man, I can't remember seeing a play. Well, I mean, Jeremy Doku, since he's been baptized, has become that player a little bit. But I've never seen a player since Lionel Messi, man, that just so effortlessly glides past people without even trying. He's not even got all the skills and the well, he has got that.
How much do you reckon he's on now already?
Fuck you know. What dough? Or how much he's worth?
500k.
Yeah, I'd imagine so. Yeah. How much do you think he's worth to drag him out of there? You're talking close to $500 million, I think.
What's his release clause?
500. This will be the closest player you can get to 500 million. I'm telling you. 17 years old. And he's the €1 billion
release clause.
That's his release clause. Wow, man. That is crazy.
Do you see what wage he's on? His wage.
When did he sign this contract?
May 2025.
Big up Martin, bro.
He's on 320 grand a week. Yeah, with performance bonuses, increasing his annual earnings to 40 million euros before taxes.
Wow.
So let's say it's 50% tax. Yeah, let's say he gets 20 million euros a year. But that's without like sponsorships and all that kind of crap. The guy's probably bringing in about 30 million a year. But as soon as his contract ends, he'll probably go on like. Do you reckon he might be the first ever £1 million European player?
£1 billion?
£1 million a week player.
Oh, £1 million, what, like wages?
In Europe. Because I know Ronaldo's
yeah.
on it, but he's not in Europe, is he?
Probably, yeah.
What was Messi on?
For someone to be that young and as good as he is already, he's got to be.
Messi wage at Barca.
Was it a mil a week? Messi was on at Barca, surely not.
Oh my God! It says Messi was on 2.65 million euros a week.
Shut up.
In his last contract.
What? No wonder they ended up shipping him to PSG in the end. No wonder that club's broke now as well. That's wild.
He also had a 115 million euro renewal fee and a 77 million euro loyalty bonus.
That's crazy, man. That's probably why they're like as financially fucked as they are now. You know, how can you pay?
They should have sold him to City, innit, when they had the chance.
Yeah, imagine that. But then again, he's the greatest player of all time, so you kind of got to pay him what he's worth in it, or he'll just end up walking. If they can't pay Yamal that when it comes to 5 years' time, when he'll only be 22, by the way, then you never know. You might see a little cheeky bid from the oil barons, mate, and we'll see. We'll have our right winger moving forward. Imagine that. Yamal, we finally replaced Mahrez with someone who's worthy to lace the boots.
Yeah, he's contracted until 2031, Yamal.
2031? Jesus Christ, mate. Well, if they end up going more and more broke, then we might have to like test the waters, innit? Throw a quick 600 million their way. See if we've got a nibble. But yeah, we'll wrap it up there, man. Appreciate you coming on. Appreciate the chat. If you're not already have done, please hit the like button. Run it up. If you've not pressed subscribe either, press the subscribe button. We're trying to get to 2K now. I think we're on like 1.25. So we're slowly but surely getting there. Big up to LB. Always appreciate you coming on, bro, and chatting to us. It's a relatively positive chat. I know we do like a moan on here every now and again. But like we've said, we've steadied the ship and we're looking forward to 5 wins on the bounce now. So don't be fucking calling us haters and negative no more. I don't want to hear it. It's a load of bullshit. But yeah, any leaving thoughts before we go? Or are you just going to chill out, look forward to the Huddersfield?
Rodri, it looks like you're going to be playing 70 games again this season, bro. Strap in.
Yeah, strap him up as well. Might as well put the fucking casts on him now. Get him to that Barca doctor. Yeah, get ready for it.
In 3 years, we've still not got a proper replacement or backup for him.
Yeah, wild, bro. Right, well, we'll leave on that. Perfect way to end. Big up, Rodri. I hope you can survive, bro. And I'll probably jump on here Wednesday around the Huddersfield game, see what's happening. Peace out. See you in a bit, guys.